We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 3 minutes. We're live in 2 minutes.
We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 1 minute. Seconds until showtime. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be...
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh, man, I saw the whole thing.
And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest storms.
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. More details at wearecrn.com.
Well, we welcome you back to Hoops Action on CRN, and we get you ready for the third place final. Terry Sanford Bulldogs, 2 out of 1, getting ready to take on the Cleveland Rams men's game. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Wesley Outland, Brian Tomford. Ben Orman is here. You're going to have a trio of broadcasters to call this game. And then, of course, Ben, I got to ask you this question. Cleveland obviously getting ready. The men struggling. They're 1-1 in the tournament. They got to play, obviously, Terry Sanford. Terry Sanford in the same boat. But what are we going to see out of this game? You were telling me off mic before we came on the air. He really thinks it's going to be a Cleveland Rams win.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to try and run. They're going to work the ball inside and out. They're going to look for points in the paint first, and then If it ain't there, they'll kick it out and shoot the 3 ball. Defensively, they're going to try to pressure Terry Sanford, in my opinion, from what I've seen this year.
Ryan, what do you think we're going to see in this matchup as we get ready for a tip-off literally about 20 seconds from now?
I think we're going to see a pretty good game. Terry Sanford, they've got some pretty good shooters like Mason Walker. He's out there. He's shooting about 50% from three-pointers this year. He's a really good, efficient shooter. So, Terry Sanford is a dangerous team. They've had some ups and downs all year, but hopefully they can get a win today, as well as Cleveland's hoping the same thing.
Bonus coverage on the Community Radio Network as we take you to the finish of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic. Black on black with red trim. Red trim in the silver numbers for the Terry Sanford Bulldogs. The Cleveland Rams are at home. They're wearing their home color whites of the white with the Carolina blue. The Cleveland in the front in Carolina blue. The numbers in Carolina blue. The numbers in the back in Carolina blue with black trim. And, of course, they are ready to see what goes on is right now. I don't know what the holdup is.
I think something might be up with the books, Wesley. I seen the official over there for a good minute.
Is that a discrepancy with the books? So could we be seeing being a technical foul maybe to start the game? Because I think we could see that if you don't have the proper numbers, rosters, info, that could be a technical foul called, right?
Yes, sir, there could be. But I just seen number 30 come off the court, and he put number 2 back on the floor for Terry Sanford. So
that was Bert Gerwin Alaksu, and instead they put on Charlie Horn back on court. So here we go. No technical fouls. Cleveland, Terry Sanford for third men's tournament. And the John Jacobs Christmas Classic underway. Boy, talk about pressure right out of the gate. That's Trey Atkinson. And look at the big man, number 21, Chris Tessalano. We saw his sister play in the women's game, and now Chris there finding the net there for quickly Cleveland.
And a quick answer from Terry Sanford as number 4, Gavin Kraut.
Yeah, that's Gavin Kraut. Yeah, he hit a 3. Yep. So right now, 3-2 your score, and another big 3. How about number 12 there? Jaden Gardner, Ryan, finding the big 3 there.
Yeah, they're getting the three-point shooting going on early.
5-3, already a minute gone here in our tournament. We take you the rest of the way. Ben, I know you got to be excited. West Johnston's in the men's final tonight.
Yes, sir, I am. First time in program history, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if the boys hit.
First time in the tournament. Whoa. 15 moving, juking, jiving along inside. That's Christian Barrett. Shot there, no good. Rebound scooped up by TJ Brunson, and here it comes now. The Rams inside. Good work there. Basket and one. It's Victor Herndon's going to go to the line. Jack Turpin again on the coverage. He'll put 2 in the net for Cleveland. This will put him now 7-3. But we are going to send Jack Turpin to the line, the Ford senior, to shoot an extra free throw here.
Yes, and he just missed it there.
As there was a foul called.
Now let's see if the Bulldogs from Terry Sanford cannot answer.
Yeah, that's number 15, Christian Barrett, moving inside. Now hands it off to Kraut. Rolls off the rim, picked up by Cleveland. We got a whistle, though. They're going to call a foul. Nathan Outland on the camera. We got Ben Orman. We've got Ryan Tomford. I'm Wesley Outland. Jack Turpin. He'll inbound it back to the deuce of Trey Atkinson. Atkinson, the senior guard at 5'11". Non-shooting foul, by the way, in that last foul. Tessalano now moving inside the lane. Send it off to Brunson. He about turned it over. Atkinson fires on the 3, and it's in and good. Boy, Cleveland catching fire here quickly. 10-3, Ryan.
Yeah, 10-3, a good starting for Cleveland. They're getting the points rolling on early.
7-point lead up the middle, 11 to the lane. He'll find the basket and put it in. That's Makai Ross Barker, the guard sophomore. He'll put it in there. 10-5 now, your score. Keeping it back and forth, being only down by 5 here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Going back around to Gardner. Gardner back to Tassalanu inside the lane. Give it to him, and the ball will fall. Basket and one. The man with goggles on going to the free throw line. And the Rams will get a basket and one again for the second time tonight. That, of course, is number 3, T.J. Brunson, the Ford guard sophomore for Cleveland. 12-5 right now. This will make it an 8-point lead. No good. Rebound, Terry Sanford. After that foul. 5.5 minutes left to go. Actually started a little bit ahead of schedule than what we had intended to. Supposed to tip off at 5:30. It's 5:30 now. And Terry will turn it over. They're going to say it's going to go to the Rams. No. It'll stay Terry Sanford basketball. Terry Sanford based out of the Fayetteville area, the Bulldogs. Shot for 3. No good. Rams rebound. Scooped it up. That was Jack Turpin. Turpin inside, going to Atkinson. Tries to get it on the paws of Tassalanu. Ryan, he'll turn it over.
Yeah, he'll turn it over. And, Cleveland has struggled from shooting a little bit here. And, the pace has slowed down a little bit, I feel like, in these last, half of this first period.
Man, I'll tell you what, Cleveland started off really hot, but they're starting to show little signs of making some mistakes. But obviously, they got a long way to go in this game. And Terry Sanford, it looks like they just got to find the basket.
Yes, sir. They do.
Rebound, Terry Sanford. Here come the Bulldogs back up with it. That's number 15, Christian Barrett. Barrett now the handoff from Makai Ross Barker up the middle. Coverage by Turpin and Tassalanu on coverage. Back around the horn. Shot off the rim. No good. Attempt by Barker. And they'll finally find the basket, as we were saying, being that's what they needed.
Yes, sir, it was. Big bucket by Terry Sanford right there.
And right now, back again to Jaden Gardner for the Rams. Send it off back to Brunson. Brunson inside. One-handed it, Ryan Turpin did. And he is going to keep the ball in their possession, as it did go out of play, but the Terry Sanford touched it last.
Yeah, fantastic play. And, Cleveland's able to keep the ball there, and they'll inbound it under their own basket.
Unbelievable. What a job. He paused it with one hand. Rams shoot 3. Got it! T.J. Brunson with a big 3 again.
Terry Sanford cannot let him get hot if they want to stay in this game.
Headed to the midway point of the first period right now. It's 15-7. The Rams are in the lead for the men's tournament third place final. Shot for 3. Terry Sanford, no good. Get it back, though. Rebound goes back to Ross Barker. Barker now going back to the 15 to Barry. There's a whistle and they're fouled. Actually, they're going to say it's out of play. It'll stay back for Terry Sanford. Sanford will inbound it. That's Jordan Browning. Browning back around the horn, going back to Ross Barker. Barker now to 30. Burt, Gerwin, Oxaloo. Oxaloo turns it over. Here come the Rams with it. Big throw. Catch made. Oh, slamming in there, Brunson. And he will. 10-point lead for the Rams now on the Bulldogs. 17-7. 3 minutes left in the first period. Shot for 3. That time it's good for Terry Sanford. Number 11, Makai Ross Barker, the guard sophomore for the 3. And the Rams are about to throw it away. Nathan, you're zoomed in too far. Turnover. It'll go back to Terry Sanford. Sorry about that for our watching audience. Just a little too close. 17-10, 7-point lead. The Rams have it. Back inside the lane, and they're going to say last touch by Herndon instead of Gerwin Oxaloo, so it'll stay Terry Sanford ball. This is the final game of the third place final. Cleveland Rams. Whoa, crash under the bench there. One of the Rams players there, T.J. Brunson. tournament finals, championship rounds coming up. It will be, of course, Corinth Holder and Nash Central next. Ravenscroft and West Johnston later for the men's final. The final game, if you will, of the tournament. We move back inside. Shot 3, no good. That's 11, Mackay. Mackay, Ross Barker, short, rebound, picked up. Here come the Rams. Inside the lane again to Tassalano, and he'll turn it over back to Ross Barker. Barker, one man to beat. He'll go coast to coast. He can't finish. Second rebound short there by Tafari Price, and then they're going to get a whistle and a foul here. We'll send number 4, Gavin Kraut, to the line to shoot. Foul's going to be on number 12, Jaden Gardner for the Rams. Ryan, obviously, Terry Sanford's first time in a while to be at the free throw line here.
Yeah, they haven't been to the free throw line as in a while as he missed the first one there. But, that was a good, strong attack to the rim. He didn't get that bucket there, but, did get the foul. So that was a good mindset as he gets the second one to go.
17-10. Make it now 17-11 with 2 minutes left. So they're going to call a whistle here. Turnover by Terry Sanford. Ben, it's going to go back to the Rams.
Yes, sir. It is. It's a big possession right here for Cleveland.
Rams up 17-11. As they're going to say it will be Rams basketball. I thought maybe, Brian, they were going to change their mind, but they said no. Shot for 3. Open man. Off the rim of the far right wing. No good. Attempt by number 11, Jake Connor, the guard junior for Cleveland. Back inside. Goes to Tafari Price. Price now up the middle is number 30 of Oxaloo. Oxaloo will turn it over and give it right back on the rebound to Cleveland. Here come the Rams again. Shot 3. Off the net, no good. Tassalano, the Ford Center senior. He comes up short with it. Rebound, back up. Here comes Terry Sanford's Gavin Kraut. Kraut fires, open 3, no good. It's off the rim. And we're closing in on a minute left to go here in the first period. No good again. On the second chance at a rebound for the round of Terry Sanford. And we're under a minute left to go now. 11. Terry Sanford, Cleveland 17. Time running out. Ross Barker stealing it back from Cleveland, finding his rebound second time up and around the net. Wouldn't go fall in, Ryan. And there's going to be an offensive foul charge on Chris Tassalano. And Tassalano will be called for an offensive charge on Cleveland. That's only their second foul, 3 on Terry Sanford. By the way, we're under a minute left to go here in the first period.
Terry Sanford defender did a really nice job of getting his body set in the correct position and drawing that charge.
Took the foul. Took the foul, Ryan. Going back around the horn. Price to Ross Barker. Turnover. Nope, save of the day is Jordan Browning. Browning now back around the horn to Price. Price will send it to 11 of Ross Barker, slowing down the tempo. We're under 20 seconds remaining now. Shot for 3. Oh, it's in and out, and then it rolled in the rim, and it's good. How about that, Ryan? Wow.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to go out and in and out, and it finally went in for a 3.
That puts Terry Sanford right back in the horn again, but then a 3 by Cleveland.
Not so quick, Nate Johnson said.
A quick 3. And it was in and good there by number 10, Nate Johnson, the sophomore guard. Boy, I thought the dang horn got locked up or something. We're at the end of the first period. Guys, your take of period number 1. Ben, you go first.
All right, quick game, up and down. Both teams missing shots. Both teams making shots. That's just a great basketball game to be watching.
Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a great basketball game. You know, Terry Sanford's doing all the correct things, trying to drive to the rim, but it doesn't seem like many things are falling their way. And, you know, Cleveland has gotten a few threes that are big to have the momentum in their way. Up 6 at the end of the first.
2014, we are back in a moment. This is, of course, coverage of the John Jacobs Tournament on CRN.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Veterans, whatever you're going through, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
(2014) Terry Sanford in Cleveland as we get ready to start the second period. Terry Sanford will inbound it. Welcome back to our broadcast coverage. Ben Orman, Ryan Tomford, I'm Wesley Outland, Nathan Outland on the camera. We go to the second period. Ryan, if you think about it, Terry Sanford came back in a big way. They're still within striking distance on Cleveland, only down by 6.
Yeah, only down by 6. If they get a foul there, they get the 2-pointers there and closing the lead down to 4. And they get a
and
foul.
1 coming up.
Yeah, and, you know, Terry Sanford, their biggest shooter so far in the season, Walker, hasn't gotten a single point yet. So if they can involve him, maybe Terry Sanford can close the lead even more and take a lead here in the second period.
This could cut it to 3. No good. So 16-20, your score. Rebound picked up there. Cleveland short. Rebound by Ross Barker. Ross Barker looking inside. He's got pressure by number 10 of Johnson. And a whistle will be called, and there'll be a foul called as well. Foul called on the Rams. It'll be a non-shooting foul as Terry Sanford will inbound it. Jordan Browning. Browning now back to Ross Barker. Barker now looking around the circle. Instead, he holds on to the rock. He'll move inside, pressured by Atkinson. Atkinson with Tossalonu and Johnson. Shot for 3 and an attempt by Price. No good. Rebound Rams. Coming up with it. Johnson all there by himself. Bending to find the basket in 2. Nate Johnson, the guard sophomore, quickly there on coverage. Nobody around for Terry Sanford, and they find the basket. 22-16. Up the middle. Price, this time rebound, picked up by Oxaloo. Oxaloo back on the touch to keep it in play will be Price, and up the middle goes Ross Barker. Rebound, Oxaloo. 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and a whistle. Last touch by the Rams. It'll be Terry Sanford ball.
The Bulldogs just had 3 nice looks right there that they just didn't go down for them. We'll see what they do with the basketball right here.
They'll inbound it. Shot for 3. It is good. How about that, Mr. Tomford? And just like that, it's 22-19. You're right back in this thing.
Yeah, that was a big 3 to close the gap even more, and now it puts Cleveland a little bit under stress.
Back to Atkinson. Atkinson around the horn. He'll go to the goggles of Brunson. Brunson inside. Goggles, Brunson. Up the middle. Shot. Goes back to Turpin. Turpin now. Back to Atkinson. Brunson. Everybody getting their hand on the ball, all 5. Now back to fire by Johnson. Short, no good. Air ball by Nate Johnson. Rebound. Picked up. 6 minutes left. Terry Sanford turns the ball over on the floor. Johnson comes up with it. Tossalonu to save the day. Got somebody from behind. Number 4, tuck a paw there. Gavin Kraut taking the ball away there for a moment. And it'll be a turnover. By the way, we're in the second period. Nobody has used timeouts yet. So everybody's still got their 5 timeouts here to start.
And both teams look pretty fresh, considering this is their third game in 4 days, Wesley.
Terry Sanford able to get a
Another basket
there.
look like that. And just like that, look at that, Ryan and Ben. You're now only down by 1 point. Terry Sanford climbing back. And the Bulldogs are only down by 1. Terry Sanford coming into this game 6-4. Cleveland is 8-3. Tassalanu back to Turpin. Correction, that's Jaden Gardner. Tassalanu, 3-on-1. They're going to call the whistle. Foul will be called on number 0 of Jordan Browning for Terry Sanford. Tassalanu will go to the line. Chris Tassalano, the forward center. Senior at 6'7". He'll be going to the line to shoot 2. First one in and good. Want to make those free throws, Ben, when the clock ain't running. He done it.
Yes, sir. Very important.
Do we have a lane violation already? Oh, no, there's a piece of debris on the floor. Looked like a part of the drainage thing popped up. The French word, Pierre debris, Ryan. It's like racing. We got debris on the court. Had to tighten that up, make sure nobody trips on it. 24-21. Correction, 23-21. And no, it was. Man, this guy with his clock is off, ain't it? It is 24-21. Now it's 24-23. I thought he made both free throws. Tassalano did. Nathan, you're too far in. Sorry, everybody. We could not see T.J. Brunson try to go for a 3-shot.
Cleveland here, inbounding, pass it around.
Brunson now back to Gardner. Tassalanu and a whistle here. Jump ball is called. It'll go back to Cleveland. So it'll stay Rams basketball. Atkinson will inbound it as Turpin looks on. Instead, they set it up with a basket and one, but I think there's also a foul called. Well, that happened rather quickly, huh?
It did. It was a strong take.
Foul on Cameron Craig, I believe, number 5, and they're going to send Brunson to the line to shoot.
It was a hard and strong take by number 3, Brunson, and he made him pay.
So it's 25-24. Ryan, what are you watching so far, buddy? Right now, Terry Sanford trying to get back in the fight, but Brunson and, of course, Maddox Borden, first time we mentioned his name in the game. Cleveland is trying to hang in there, and that's how you do it. With a big yes, sir, by Jaden Gardner and a triple there for the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, it's a close game so far. It's, a 4-point lead for Cleveland here, but, it's gone back and forth, and, Terry Sanford is keeping themselves in the game.
Yeah, they've definitely found a way to get back in this battle. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third. 28-24, 4-point lead. Back inside, going to go to Horn. Horn back to Ross Barker in the middle. Go 4. 4 off the rim at the free throw line. A crowd, it bounces off the glass. Rebound coming up. Rams. Here comes Brunson up the middle. He couldn't put it in the net, but he is going to be called a turnover to go back to Terry Sanford. Boy, full speed ahead there, Ben, for T.J. Brunson. I thought he was going to get called for an offensive foul charge because he was coming in.
Yes, sir, he
was. Get the binders on, boy.
He was.
Get some brake pads on them shoes, Ryan Tomford. 28-24, 3 minutes left to go in the first half. This is for the third place of the tournament. The finals for the women and the men are coming up next. Back inside, traveling, the number 15, Christian Barrett. That'll give the ball, Ryan, right back to Cleveland. Is it just me or that has nobody taken any timeouts?
No one's taken
Nobody's taken any timeouts.
Very,
5 timeouts. It's been a very fast game, Ryan, as you were going to say. Go ahead.
It's a very fast game, and, we are 2 minutes and 40 seconds left before halftime, so very quick.
Cleveland's not used timeouts, and neither has Terry Sanford. Shot for 3. That's the deuce of Trey Atkinson to find a triple. And it's 31-24 now. Back around to Price. Price now handing off to number 3 inside of Charlie Horn on the baseline. He'll move into the paint. Fires. Will he? No, he fake pivots. Give it now back to Barrett. Barrett now around the horn. He'll go to Price. Then he'll set back to Ross Barker. Barker inside. Going now to Kraut. Kraut now back again to 15 of Barrett. Barrett back around. Ross Barker. Deflection there for a minute. Got it back into the hands of Price. Price now. Price sets it up to 3. 2 minutes left to go. Horn's got the ball. Now back to Kraut. Kraut steps up from the free throw lane. Fires now for 3. Terry Sanford off the glass. No bad rebound. Cleveland. All of that coming up for nothing, Ryan. Except the Rams. You were saying TJ Brunson, short rebound, Terry Sanford.
Yeah, Terry Sanford is doing the correct things. They're getting good passes around the arc, but, not finishing too well right now.
Passing around the paint, around the wing, around the perimeter, if you will, Ben, and they're all getting their hands on the ball. And most of all, as we close in on a minute and a bucket of dime left, finding a way to score there, taking time off the clock as Charlie Horn, the wing senior, just found the net, and we got a minute left to go in the first half here.
Yes, sir. Big three-pointer right here by Terry Sanford, and they got to stop still by Gavin Kraut. And
he's fouled. Gavin Kraut, the wing senior at 6'1", 190. He'll go to the line as he will shoot 2. Basket did not fall, but he is fouled. Ryan, I'll tell you what, you talk about coming back in this thing, and that's exactly what we're seeing Terry Sanford do out of Fayetteville, right? I mean, the Bulldogs are, Cleveland is not playing bad, but there's things they got to work on, and because of those things that they're working on, it's allowed Terry Sanford to get back in this battle here.
Yeah, we saw Terry Sanford, that last play, a very, very good steal there, and Kraus taking it all the way and taking it into paint and getting that foul. And he's 1 for 2 from the line there. So closing the lead 31-28 with 55 seconds to go.
Under a minute left to go, 31-28. As now the Rams hold on to the tempo. Trey Atkinson with the ball. Slowly moving around the horn. He'll set up around the corner. Goes now to Booth. Booth now back to 12 of Gardner. Gardner now back inside the lane to Herndon. And we got a whistle here. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Gavin Kraut for Terry Sanford. It's a non-shooting foul. It will be Rams basketball. How many times am I going to say that right? Ball in the crowd. It'll go back to Cleveland.
Ref caught a foul on number 15 from Terry Sanford.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be out of play, but they call a foul
on Christian Barrett.
So 2 back-to-back fouls, one both on Terry Sanford. Non-shooting fouls, though. As it will be Rams basketball coming up from the timeline, up the middle. Well, they tried to finish with Brunson to slam it in. They're going to call a foul on Terry Sanford for a 3rd straight time.
I thought it was a good call by the official.
Foul on Jordan Browning. This time, they're going to the free throw line, Ben Orman.
Yes, sir. I thought it was a good call by the official right there. 30 just slid up under him. Didn't give him any space to land, so good call. TJ Brunson knocks down the first free throw.
Free throws for the Rams. Both are good. So 33-28. Ryan, as we move into what would be the final, if you will, seconds of the first, 20 seconds remaining, 33-28. Terry Sanford inside. That's Ross Barker. Barker now looking back to the deuce of Tafari Price. Price now to Charlie Horn. Almost lost the ball was Christian Barrett on the baseline. He saves it. Barrett for three. Can't finish. That's the half. 33-28 as we move into the halfway mark of this game. Wow. Guys, we're all going to take a rest here, but real quickly, we are at the half. You're taking what we're seeing, Brian, Ben and Ryan, right now, 33-28, and Cleveland in the lead here.
Yeah, Cleveland in the lead. You know, the scoring is done by Brunson. He's got over 10 points so far in this first half, and, you know, he's the weapon that Cleveland's using, and Terry Sanford's got to find a way to stop him to close down their scoring.
Ben.
Yes, sir. For Terry Sanford, I believe that when Cleveland's in that 2-3 zone that they're running on defense, it's giving them a lot of problems. But number 4, Gavin Kraut, he's got to stay hot in order for the Bulldogs to come out victorious. He currently leads the Bulldogs with 10 points.
Well, right now at this time, again, of course, currently it is a phenomenal game being showed here at the half, and 33-28. Ryan, I will say this before we go to commercial break. You know, Cleveland's playing well. They're not playing great. They're playing well, but there's things they got to work on, because if they don't, they're going to let Terry Sanford get back into this thing here. They're showing their strengths and their weaknesses right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when they're strong, they're very, very strong. But, you know, when they're weak, there's a lot of mistakes that they do, and, you know, Cleveland's got to fix some of those mistakes if they want to get a trophy today in this third-place game.
Well, that's the way it stands right now, 33-28 at the moment. Of course, this is the coverage of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic, the 11th edition. Halftime in the men's third-place game. We'll also be back after these commercial messages to thank all of our partners here on CRN.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooters Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooters Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Winter, spring, summer. Clayton Chiropractic returns for another year with the Community Radio Network. Hey, if you have any type of pain in your back, whether it's for wellness, auto accident, or sports injury, let Carl Lloyd and the great staff on Main Street at Clayton Chiropractic take care of your needs. Always, they're in the need of making you feel better, heal faster, and stay healthy. Achieve your wellness goals. Get a free consultation today with one of our great chiropractors, as well as the man himself, Carl Lloyd. Dr. Carl Lloyd wants you to call him up at 919-553-2225. One of the newest partners of the Community Radio Network is Fast Track Designs. Johnny Hamilton wants to take care of all of your design business, whether it's getting big checks to hang up in the race shop after race night, for trophies, banners, and more. They handle everything at Fast Track Designs. Vinyl graphics, vehicle lettering, signs and banners. Hey, you need jackets, polo shirts, t-shirts made? They also do custom printed apparel. Proud to be a partner of the Community Radio Network. Contact my buddy Johnny Hamilton today at 252-907-9140. That's 252-907-9140. Or go online to Facebook at Fast Track Designs and Graphics. Everything you need, they've got you covered on the Fast Track to looking great. Whether it's with a banner or a shirt or a check, let Fast Track Designs take care of those needs with Johnny Hamilton right now. 33-28 at the half from the John Jacobs Christmas Classic. This is CRN, the Community Radio Network.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. Get out of the way! As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed. And if you have cut rate car insurance, odds are you'd be paying for that yourself. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me. Hey, I'm walking here.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Smokey the Bear. Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Out here in the middle of all these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. And sometimes, that's how it feels when you're going through tough times. Trouble sleeping, your mind racing. So what do? We get help. There are people in our community who are here for us. Sometimes, just talking to someone can make all the difference in the world. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council. Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
(33-28) as we wrap up the end of halftime, getting ready to start the third period. The Rams will now play in front of their bench. Terry Sanford will as well. We're understanding that Mason Walker injured, not playing, the star player for obviously the Terry Sanford Bulldogs. Shot coming up short by number 15 of Barrett. And Ben, who are some of the high scores on the first half of this game you've been watching, buddy?
Let's see. We got Gavin Kraut with 10 for Terry Sanford. Number 3, TJ Brunson with 11 for Cleveland. They're leading the way. And the next leading scorer for Cleveland, you have Trey Atkinson with 6, Jaden Gardner with 6, and Terry Sanford, it is Ross Barker with 7.
So right now, 33-28. Already about a minute in it. And traveling called on Terry Sanford. Rams will get the basketball back, Brian.
Yeah, Cleveland will get the ball back here. You know, in that first half, you know, we saw Brunson, you know, shooting in the double digits with 11 points, and, you know, he's the leading scorer with 21 points on the season. So, you know, if Cleveland wants to continue their lead, they got to continue giving him the ball and letting him shoot, because he's a really, really efficient and good shooter. And, you know, for Terry Sanford, they're out with their leading scorer in this game, so they've got to get Kraus, you know, more involved and heat up again. We saw a little bit of a moment there where, you know, he hit a few three-pointers, 3 so far on the day for him, so they got to continue letting him shoot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, we mentioned that Mason Walker, the wing senior, out on an injury. And right now, for the last 2 minutes, it's been a stalemate. Nobody has found the basket to start the third period here.
I just think both teams has came out the locker room cold and can't get hot again.
Basket slam blocked there by Cleveland. They're going to call a ball out of play here, and it'll go back to Terry Sanford. They're going to say Cleveland touched it last.
Both teams has got to get back into a rhythm, and then all that takes is just to see one shot go in and through.
And right now, they still continue to deny each other entry. I think of that movie, The Benchwarmers, The Dwarf. You're denied entry.
Yes, sir.
Kept coming to my peanut castle. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Kraut to Barrett. Barrett up the middle. Had to stall to keep from being called for travel. Goes for a 3. Kraut will. Back again up the middle. No one home. And for about 3 minutes now, or at least 2.5 minutes, it's been a stalemate with nobody scoring points.
Gardner travels for Cleveland.
Basket went in, but it's traveling. Cleveland, it'll go back to Terry Sanford. Head coach, obviously, is Bruce Wallace for the Rams. Robbie White and the Lady Cleveland Rams are celebrating a third-place tournament. At least they finish in the tourney on the podium. This is the third-place men's tournament final. Coming up, the championship games. Back around the corner, going back to 3 of Horn. Horn now setting up to Kraut. Looking on the far right side, Tafari Price. Price now, will he get the ball? No, he won't. He'll zing one to the other side of the wing. Bounce off the front of the cylinder of the attempt by 0 of Jordan Browning. And the rebound picked up again by Horn. Moving inside that time was Fisher. 11 of Ross Barker. And finally, Terry Sanford will score. And they're within 3, Ryan.
Yeah, that was Kraut there with the 2-pointer, and they got to continue giving the ball. And he's gotten a lot of shot attempts so far this half, so they're continuing to move the ball through him.
TJ Brunson with a shot for 3. It was no good. Jordan Browning on the rebound. He'll get it to Ross Barker. Now back to the hands of number 2 of Price. He'll settle around the corner. Looks like great coverage there. Cleveland trying to put a trap defense, if you will, being on Terry Sanford. They find a way to weasel out of it. There's a whistle, though. And a foul is going to be called on Cleveland, number 10 of Nate Johnson. It'll be a shooting foul. Send at number 11, Makai Ross Barker to the line, the guard sophomore for the Bulldogs. Oh.
Missed the first one there.
Looked like it was going to bounce back and go in the rim there, Ben.
Yes, sir, it did. Just like I said yesterday, this game's going to come down to free throws.
It certainly did. Certainly said this game would come down to free throws in that Clayton game that we did, Clayton Corinth Holder game, and that's exactly what happened. 33-30, and Ryan, they missed their free throw shots too.
Yeah, missing those are very, very key. You don't want to miss those free opportunities from the line, so those are must hits down coming here in the second half, and down the stretch, those are going to be very important.
Tassilano up the middle. Of course, we saw his sister play in the women's game over Clayton. The Cleveland Rams just dominated that game, 77-37 to win by 40. 33-30 right now. The Rams at the line with Tassilano at the free throw. And right now another shot will be added on there to make it 34-30. So finally, if they could be able to add these free throws here, add on some points. Championship games coming up next. Tassilano at the line. Second free throw, and that one will go in. And finally, Ben Orman, the Rams will get on the board here.
Yes, sir. Chris broke their eyes there for them in the second half.
Let's say they're in the lead, 34-30, but Ryan, it's been a while since the Rams got a score.
Yeah, and it's been very slow scoring here in the third period. Foul there. The ball will go back to Cleveland.
3.5 minutes left to go here. 34-30, they'll inbound it again. Let's see what the Rams will do. The Lady Rams won their portion of the third place final. The men are trying to do the same thing. And now a steal by the Bulldogs up the middle. Cannot finish. That was number 5. Well, come on, baby. And they got it back. Ross Barker keeping it alive, and a shot for 3, and it's good. Just like this, Terry Sanford's got some new life, and a timeout is finally called
by the
Cleveland Rams. So the Rams take a timeout. Will take one as well.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat. All right, come here. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. But with changes in routines, distractions, or a sleeping child, it can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head.
Check the back seat.
A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Little pep in your step there. A little check the back seat twice from the Ad Council. Welcome back. Coverage of Comets basketball on the air. Ryan Tompert, Ben Orman, Nathan Outlet on production. I am Wesley Outlet, and right now, as we said during radio timeout, if you will, on a beautiful 40-degree night, temperature dropping as we get later in the afternoon, you have given new life, I believe, to the Bulldogs of Terry Sanford, Ben.
Yes, sir. That was a big shot. Now let's see if they can't get a stop, and they did.
Got back in the saddle again. Third ball will not fall, but there will be a foul, though, Ryan.
Yeah, Gavin Cow's there. Driving hard to the rim there, but fouled. But, good idea to get the steal there and drive all the way to the rim, and now he'll shoot for 2.
Gavin Kraut, like sauerkraut. Gavin Kraut to the line. He'll shoot. He'll make it. Game's tied, by the way, folks. If you didn't know, that free throw ties the game 34-all. If Terry Sanford's Kraut can make this one, the Bulldogs will go to the lead for the first time this afternoon in the third-place tournament final. No good. I must have jinxed it. We are tied at 34, though, and Ryan, you know what I always say? It's like 0-0 all over again.
Yeah, we're getting a good reset here as Cleveland's working into the paint. Foul there.
It just seemed like, being that when both teams came out on the court for the second half, they just were not fired. There wasn't that rhythm going, and now we're tied.
They did, and I'm going to be honest with you, Wesley, playing 3 games in 4 days is tough. And
it wears you out.
I'm seeing a little fatigue on both sides.
Toss it on you to Connor. And you got to finish, and that's the thing that we always talk about, right, Ryan? It's that renewed vigor. It's that stamina to continue to press on, especially when you're going on 3 straight days of playing.
Yeah, I mean,
now you played Saturday. You were off Sunday, but then you played now today and yesterday. So got to get to the body for sure. Tassolano covering, and he turns it over. He got the ball back. It's going to roll out of play. It'll go back to the Rams. You were saying, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, playing for 3 days in a tournament is very taxing. I used to do that when I was in middle school tournaments, and, it gets to your body, and, it's just whichever team has got the most players with the most stamina and the most energy by the end of the game is usually the team that's going to win.
Have to press on, if you will, as we always said, as you move into the end of these tournament games and try to put yourself in the end. We'll get ready to go again for a rebound. As right now, 34-34, tie game right now. And they're going to call another foul with 80 seconds remaining.
That was a good foul by number 5, Josh Spears. Stop the easy layup. It's going to see if Terry Sanford cannot capitalize from the free throw line, which they have struggled from the line today.
Struggling at the free throw line has been both teams, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Both teams struggling on the free throw line as we close in on a 35-34 score as the Rams go back up by, Terry Sanford now back up to the lead by 1. That's the first time, Ryan, that they've led in this game now. Shot, 3, no good. Rebound, Herndon, and a foul on the floor.
He said he stepped out, Wesley. He said he stepped out.
Not a foul. He stepped over the line, okay, on the paint. And it will be on Cleveland, so Terry Sanford's going to get the ball back. Thank you, Ben. That's why you guys are all here. Ben Orman, Ryan Tomford, Nathan Outland, me. And the whistle, and another one called for another foul. 35-34. Under a minute, Ryan, left to go here in the third, and it's been very quiet. Only one timeout taken by Cleveland. That's been it. Put number 4 of Gavin Kraut back to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot 2 at the charity stripe.
He'll shoot 2, and he'll get that first one, putting them up 2 now.
And those free throws will give him a 2-point lead, as you just mentioned, my friend. 36-34. Second one up. 3-point lead, no. 2-point lead, yes. Free throw, no good for number 2 for Kraut. And as we close in on the final minute, under a minute left to go in the third period for the third place men final, the Cleveland Rams are now down by 2. Whistling out of play.
That is a big turnover right there. Cleveland could not have afforded that turnover. Let's see what Terry Sanford does with the basketball. See if they can't keep the momentum.
Shot, baby, big 3. He needed it. And just like that, the Rams are now starting to lose trail on the Bulldogs. 39-34. They're pulling away, Ryan.
Yeah, Terry Sanford is pulling away as they get a steal there. Now they'll walk down the court with 10 seconds to go.
Time running out as we move to the end of the third. (39-34), another whistle, another foul. It's going to be on Cleveland. This will send the Bulldogs, Terry Sanford, to the line again to shoot. Here comes Gavin Kraut again. Terry Sanford for the first time here in the third leading and trying to add on to the points, and they will. That'll make it now a 6-point lead, 40-34.
Kraut now
5 seconds left. Ben.
Kraut now leads all scorers with 18 points, which is pretty impressive.
Gavin Kraut with 18 points. This would be 19. No good. 6-point lead, though. Rams going to put up a prayer before the horn. They will. It's no good. That's the third. So 40-34 at the end of 3. What you thinking there, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, we saw Terry Sanford take the lead, and, that was a very important quarter for them. They took advantage of Cleveland not being able to shoot that many points in that quarter, and, they have a 6-point lead going into the final quarter.
Ben, obviously, you just mentioned it. Kraut playing really, really good. A lot of players doing really, really good. What are you watching here as we move into the fourth and the final 8 minutes of the tournament?
I'm watching to see how Cleveland comes out of this quarter break and to see if they can't solve this defensive struggle that Terry Sanford has them in. Number 2, Trey Atkinson and TJ Brunson, they have got to get going in order for them to make a comeback.
Quick 15-second timeout of the fourth period is next.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I did not mean to play at that time. It was just in the rotation. 6-4, Terry Sanford for the lead of the first time in the fourth. Cleveland 8-3. There's a foul on Terry Sanford. As we go into the fourth period, Ryan Tomford, Ben Orman. I'm Nathan Outland on production. I'm Wesley Outland. And 40-34 as we start the fourth period with a foul to start the game, Ryan.
Yeah, foul, and Cleveland will shoot a foul shot here.
Cut it within 5.
TJ would now leads Cleveland with 12 points. And Brunson draws another foul.
Wow.
Back-to-back fouls he has drawn.
That's number 3. TJ Brunson now going to go back and shoot again.
It was a non-shooting foul, so they'll inbound it here.
Non-shooting foul. First one was non-shooting this one. TJ Brunson. This time another foul is called. 3 straight fouls on the floor in a row.
Just like I said.
All on Terry Sanford. Literally, 15 seconds into the fourth period, Ben?
Yes, sir. And just like I said, they have got to get Brunson going, and it looks like they're trying to, but Terry Sanford ain't having none of it. They're hacking away at him.
Turpin fires 3, no good. That was an attempt by the deuce of Trey Atkinson. Turnover, Cleveland give it back to Terry Sanford. Subs are coming in now. Tournament, third place, final going on. 40-35 your score. Moving up the middle, inside. Powering back to find Ross Barker. Ross Barker there in the middle. He'll go up the third. Oh, baby, 3-on-1, and Barker was not going to be denied. He gets fouled. It was not a foul, actually. He just stepped over the line there. Boy, there was a lot of bodies there, though. There's a foul this time, though. It's an offensive foul on Terry Sanford, illegal screen, I believe, Ben, you were going to say, and it's going to go back now to the Rams.
Yes, sir, it was.
By the way, 4 fouls in 7 minutes remaining in regulation for Terry Sanford on Cleveland. They get one more foul. Cleveland's in the double bonus for the remainder of the game, Ryan.
Yeah, and that could be very crucial with the final minutes winding down here in the fourth quarter.
35, Terry Sanford leading Cleveland 40-35. It's a 5-point lead, and there's another whistle here and a foul. And there is the 5th foul, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to put them in the double bonus.
That was a foul on Cleveland there.
And Cleveland's actually first, my apologies. You got 4 on Terry Sanford, 1 on Cleveland. Cleveland fouls Terry Sanford one more time, and they're in the double bonus, is what I meant to say, as 15 Barrett's at the line shooting.
Barrett was able to make that first free throw.
Continuing to add on the points, 41-35, with exactly 1 minute gone in the fourth regulation period. Ball bounced a couple of times, but binged its way in the net, if you will, Ryan, and it's 42-35. Feels like a football score. Shot inside the lane, takeaway, Terry Sanford, and boy, Cleveland just seems like they're not in sync right now, Ryan, since they come out the locker room on the third period.
Yeah, it just seems like they're all over the place and not in sync as Terry Sanford's able to get a 2-pointer there.
44-35, Terry Sanford 6-4. Cleveland is 8-3 right now. It is Atkinson inside, going back to Atkinson, and he's going to get called for another foul. It's an offensive.
Timeout called by Cleveland. It's a full timeout.
So, by the way, 2 timeouts are gone by Cleveland. Terry Sanford still has all 5 of their timeouts. As we step away, we're back in a moment. This is, of course, coverage of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic on CRN.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Ben, here's something to think about. Only 2 points have been scored by Cleveland in this fourth period. It was 33 at the end of the third for Cleveland. It's now only 43-35.
I just think Cleveland's having a tough time just knocking down shots, obviously, but at the same time, I don't think they're taking smart shots either. Like, you've got to take smart shots and open shots instead of trying to force shots up.
44-35. Ryan, Terry Sanford called fire, and I think it's at the right time as well.
Yeah, they caught fire and, created a lead, and I think that's played into Cleveland's head a little bit, and, they're controlling the ball game right now.
Barrett Barker. Barker watches on. He'll go down to Kraut. Around the horn. Shot for 3. No good. Rebound of the officials are in sync, and now they're going to call a foul. I thought he was going to call a turnover. One official wanted to call a turnover, if you will, Ben, but the other one said it's going to be it's on the floor. So a non-shooting foul, but it's on the floor. 3 now on Cleveland. And then another foul called again. So now, believe it or not, you got both teams with 4 fouls each. This will send again. Kraut to the line. You hear the coach saying we can control them. Keep fighting. Keep on fighting. We can control this. Keep on fighting. And right now, it's a 10-point lead. Want to make those free throws. Got 1 out of the 2. Oh, 45-35 in it, but offensive foul. They're going to call a foul on Browning. Correction, Chris Tassolano is called for the foul. Offensive foul on Cleveland. Browning was there, if you will, Ryan, but he's the one that got the gift out of the whole deal. Basket! Oh! He waited for it to roll in, and it did. 47-35. And now the Rams with a big 3. They needed that. 47-38, and a timeout now being called. Another timeout by Cleveland. Cleveland's down to 2 timeouts remaining. Terry Sanford, guys, has all 5 of theirs. How good is that, being as somebody that's covered basketball a long time, not calling your timeouts?
It's big to
keep them at the end if you need them.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Find a way to stretch the game out, Ryan Tomford, and have those timeouts if you need them as a lifeline. It's like deal or no deal. It's like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You have them lifelines. You have them helps. You have the call a friend. You have the 50-50. The timeouts are just like that for these guys on the court.
Yeah, you don't want to burn those timeouts too quickly because you never know what's going to happen at the end of the game.
Phone a friend.
So, it's going to be definitely important to save those timeouts. And, Cleveland down to 2. So and with four fouls, I believe so far. So they're in a little bit of a danger here as they're down 9 points.
47-38, 5 minutes remaining in regulation in the fourth period for the third place final game. Cleveland Rams ladies won their third place final, but right now Terry Sanford is trying to spoil the party. Tossolano on the rebound. Give it to Atkinson. Atkinson to Tossolano around the horn. Finding Atkinson, he'll shoot three off the rim. It's short. Rebound, Kraut. He'll come up with it. Coast to coast, Kraut, no good. Rebound. Bodies. Contact. Foul. They're both in the double bonus. It is a foul on Terry Sanford. Cleveland Rams are going to the line because they're in the double bonus and they're shooting two. Bring back Jaden Gardner, the freshman guard, to shoot. And the first one does not fall. Ben, do you think it's still going to come down to fouls and free throws like you thought? Or is it you got to change another guard now?
I'm more so now my take is if Terry Sanford can take care of the basketball and not turn it over and slow the game down, then that should be good. But if not, then it's going to come down to Cleveland making shots.
Rebound. 47-38 as we go back inside. That's Atkinson. Atkinson now going back around the horn. He'll find Johnson. Johnson to Gardner in a big three, Ryan. Cleveland needed that.
That's a lifesaver for them. They closed the lead down to 6, and they
Here
definitely need that.
And you needed it right now because time's running out. Midway point of the fourth regulation period. And it's a charge on Terry Sanford. Cleveland's going to the line to shoot two again. Actually, they've changed their mind. I thought it was going to be an offensive charge, Ben. They changed their mind and said, no, it's a foul on Cleveland. But they're both in the double bonus because they both got 5 fouls. You're going to send Burt Gerwin Oxalud to the line to shoot two. Here's some of the fans of Cleveland faithful saying, keep fighting, this is not over, keep fighting.
And they're exactly right. This game's far from over right now. It's still 4 minutes
free
left in the
throw,
game.
no good.
2-possession game.
47-41. It looks like the official hugging the official. Don't you never supposed to put your hands on the official? They must know each other. Basket, both in and out, no good. Free throws, no good. Atkinson going to Gardner for three. Oh, this time it's no good. And the rebound, Terry Sanford. Oh, he slapped it away.
The official said, no, sir. You got body.
They're going to call a foul on number 2, Trey Atkinson. Send Kraut back to the line. I thought that was all ball, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
I thought that was all ball. I don't,
It could have been all ball, but, that was a great play by Kraut. Blowing by 3 defenders there at about midcourt and driving it all the way to the rim. So that was very good by Kraut there as a timeout is called.
Terry Sanford has taken a timeout, by the way. That's their first. They have 4 remaining.
Timeout!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
I call a timeout
On hate. Together. Together.
Back to the free throw line after Terry Sanford takes a timeout. There was a foul before the whistle and the timeout called. So you'll send back Kraut to the line. He'll make at least one. (48-41). 7-point lead. Still plenty of basketball left in this one. Great coverage there by Brunson. Brunson now gets it back to Horn. We got a whistle and a push. They're going to call a foul. It's going to be on Terry Sanford this time, and you're going to walk all the way to the other end of the spectrum of the court and send the Rams to the charity stripe. I thought it was a foul. Wouldn't that be it? Wouldn't you shoot? They're both in the bonus, Ben.
Not on offensive fouls, you do not shoot.
Okay, so I thought they
in that case.
I thought they had called it on the other end, but so in offensive fouls you don't shoot, so they let them reset here.
Yes, sir.
5 and 5, both for the double bonus, meaning they get fouled, they go to the line, they shoot. Shot 3. Cleveland got to get back in this, and so far hitting quicksand as Bert Gerwin Axelou gets the rebound. Around the corner, going back now to Gavin Kraut. Gavin Kraut watching, going to Barrett. Barrett now with coverage on Atkinson. Atkinson both looking inside and outside, going back around to Johnson. Off the glass. 2 and good. 50-41, add a 9-point lead to the deal here on the deficit, Ryan.
Yeah, that was a big bucket for them.
Cleveland needing to get a basket. They're short again on 33, Maddox Borden. Rebound, Mackay, Ross Barker. You hear them yelling, keep fighting, keep fighting. Johnson goes down as Mackay Ross Barker scampers away from him. And there's a whistle and another foul called. Both teams in the double bonus, meaning they're going to go to the line and shoot. Looks like Terry Sanford. Calls for another timeout. They're down to 3. Clayton has 2. Cleveland has 2. We're back in a moment.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ. Snooze button resistor. Master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooter's Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel Parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooter's Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
So the timeouts have expired. If we didn't want this to become a fouling game, if you will, Ben, it's going to happen now because everybody's fouled themselves out.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Let me re-clarify. They haven't fouled themselves out. They've just put each other in the double bonus for so many times as they'll go back to the line. Here comes Barrett. Christian Barrett, the senior guard at 5'8", 140 pounds, and it's a 10-point lead already. 51-41, it could make it a dozen, and it is. Ryan, they're pulling away. 52-41. The Rams come back. They'll put a basket in. Been a while since we've seen them find the net. 52-43. You just hear him keep saying, Ryan Tomford, keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. Stay in it. Come on, Rams. And right now, they just, whoa. Johnson about got a little chin music there. No whistle called. As they say all ball. Barrett with Atkinson on coverage. Looking on Kayron Fisher, Jaden Gardner. Timeout being called by Terry Sanford again. And just like that, they have used 3 timeouts, and both teams are down to 2 timeouts remaining.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. I'm a parking gate, and I'm all out of whack. And if you have cut rate car insurance, this could leave you all bent out of shape. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem.
Like 24, I think.
Who's got the points? Who's got the momentum, if you will, as we come back from timeout?
Terry Sanford has all the momentum as Kraut's leading the way with 24 points.
Gavin Kraut, number 4 for Terry Sanford, 24 points.
Yes, sir.
How about Cleveland? Who's looking good for Cleveland?
TJ Brunson with 12.
Wow.
And Jaden Gardner has 11 points.
Jump ball is called. Possession arrow for Terry Sanford. This game is slowly slipping away for the Rams, if you will, Ryan.
Yeah, it has been a great second half for them. You know, all their big scores in that first half. Brunson, he had 11 in that first half and just a single point in the second. So they really didn't get anything really going here in the second and allowed Terry Sanford to control the ball game. As a foul there, and Terry Sanford will shoot from the line.
Nash Central and Corinth Holder coming up next for the women's championship. Ravenscroft and West Johnston for the men's final. All on the way on CRN, our coverage of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic Tournament. I love basketball.
Oh, me too, Wesley. It's so much fun to watch. Oh, Trey Atkinson for 3. He says not so fast.
And a big 3 there. 54-46 with 109. Another timeout being taken by Cleveland. They are down to 1 timeout, and they are trying to get back out of the cellar in the tournament for 3rd.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bouldering is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back in play, back underway, and a whistle already, and another foul is called. My goodness. Both from the double bonus. They both keep fouling each other, and honestly, if you see Cleveland trying to come back in this thing, Ben, you're going to see Cleveland foul to try to get back in this, to force them at the free throw line. If they miss free throws, if Cleveland can take advantage of it, and now Terry Sanford has took another timeout. So now both teams are down to 1 timeout remaining. We're not going to take a timeout, but obviously we're seeing the foul game happen because this is this the best way to try to get back in the game if you're Cleveland right now, Ben?
I believe so, but I still think it's a little early to be fouling. But Terry Sanford has shown they struggle from the free throw line today, so it may be the smartest thing to do right here. But
except for Kraut. That's the only one I'll give credit to. Ryan, you want to throw something into that? I think Devin Kraut, he's got, 24 points, and he's been most of those points from the free throw line.
Yeah, a lot of his points are from the free throw line, and it looks here like Terry Sanford is going to inbound the ball here.
We thought there was a foul, so there's not a foul. It was just a timeout called by Terry Sanford. I thought there was a foul. It's not. It's Kraut. He'll inbound it. Cleveland with a minute and a nickel remaining. 1:05 left. Regulation.
Nice job breaking the press.
And they're going to start fouling, and here we go with the foul dance. Bring them to the line. They'll start shooting too. Trey Atkinson called for the foul, and here comes 0. Jordan Browning will go to the line. He'll shoot. When all else fails, fresh tactics. It's just fouling somebody. Hey, coming up around the horn, literally, the next horn, the game's over. It'll be coverage on CRN of the continuation of the tournament, the men's final and the women's final. Women first, ladies first. Corinth Holder Pirates, Nash Central Bulldog women final, and then at 8:30, Ravenscroft Ravens and the West Johnston Wildcats. I know that our Comets alumni, or CRN alumni, Jackie Posey, who is a former West Johnston Wildcat alumni, just as Ben Orman is as well, are looking forward to that one. Time is running out, and we are down to the final, if you will, Ryan, minute remaining in regulation. 55-46, and guess what? Guess what happened?
Another foul.
Another foul. Survey says yes. Ding, 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 and you win nothing. Fouls coming up. Fouls. And guess who's going back to the line?
Kraut.
Gavin Kraut.
Our guy, Mr. Kraut.
And you win a prize. And you continue to rack on the points as well. And that's exactly what Terry Sanford from Boom City, Fayetteville is doing for the Bulldogs. Put it back up by 10. Corinth Holder, Nash Central up next. That should be a good game. The women's game. Men's game should be a good one.
Both games should be very fast-paced, high-scoring affairs, I would think.
57-46. By the way, when this game is final, we're going to get off the air very quickly because we have to transition to the next game, set up graphics and whatnot. And that should do it. Another foul. Here is another foul by Cleveland. As you're going to send now number 15, the guard senior Christian Barrett to the line to shoot. Racking up the points, Mr. Tomford.
12-point lead now for Terry Sanford here.
Both teams back to one timeout remaining. 58-46 free throw. Number 2, no good. Cleveland, under 30 seconds remaining. Shot for 3 off the glass. No good by Braylon Robinson, the sophomore point guard. And we got another foul, believe it or not. Cleveland will foul Terry Sanford again, and they go back to the charity stripe for more free points if they make them. It is Jordan Browning, the wing senior, to the line. He'll miss the first one. Terry Sanford's going to go to 7-4. Cleveland will fall to 8-4. Free throws, no good. Shot 20 seconds. Big 3 attempt by 12. Gardner did not roll in. Rebound. Guess what? Another foul.
This time, though, Cleveland will be taking the
This is the fouls that does it. I just reenacted, rendition the Lamb Chops play along song. Cleveland trying to cut it within 10 if they can make this, Ryan, because you said it was a foul. As number 3, TJ Brunson at the line. Cut it to 10 if they make it. He does. And you foul again? Nope. Out of play.
I'm waving the white flag at this point.
Surrender.
That's what I'm doing, but
Surrender.
I'm not the coach.
White flag means one to go in sports and in racing, in basketball and other things of life. It means we're done. We accept defeat, and I think they will. 58-48, your final when it is all said and done here at Cleveland. The Cleveland Rams are going to be the women winning the tournament. The men are going to lose to the Bulldogs of Terry Sanford. Guys, real quickly, quick turnaround. You're taking the game. Ben, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Yes, sir. It's been fun.
Go Wildcats. You're taking this game right here, buddy.
Yes, sir. My thoughts are, I thought Terry Sanford came out the more physical team, the team that had the more energy, and Cleveland, I thought the first half they played ball, but the second half I just think they ran out of gas.
Ryan.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It seemed, Cleveland was a little bit tired and exhausted in that second half, and once Terry Sanford got a little run going and got a decent sized lead, they never looked back and controlled the rest of the second half, and that little run they had to start the second half was the real key to the game.
Thank you to Nathan Outlet on the camera, my son. We all take a break for about 10 minutes or so and reset for more basketball. Women's Championship Final coming up next. Final score here in the third place final of the tournament. Cleveland Rams 48, Terry Sanford 58. And we are back in a moment on the Community Radio Network.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. More details at wearecrn.com.